Let's face it, we have all been into this situation. We are looking at a project's starting date and we are waiting. We are waiting. We are waiting and waiting, just waiting for the right motivation to kick in so that we can start working. We have been told that, hey, you need to have confidence, you need to have this, that, to start on a new project. But what if I tell you, let's look at the problem with a reverse engineering mindset. What if confidence is something you do not have, you need to build? What if you actually need to build the habit of taking steps, taking an action? In this particular video, we are going to learn exactly that, how to be an action taker from a dreamer, which is very, very important, and 90% of the people fail only because of this one reason. So stick around till the end, your life is going to change. The paralysis of perfection. You see, whenever we are trying to start a new thing, we start overthinking. We start thinking that, hey, we should have the complete skill set. We should have the complete knowledge. We should be absolutely sure. You want to write a book? Be absolutely sure what you are going to write. You want to start a company? Be absolutely sure that what would be the funnels, what would be the processes, what would be your MVP. You know, chasing perfection makes you paralyzed. Do not attempt at it. Rather, start with the mess. Start doing. Take that initial step. We are often clogged inside our head by the clouds of confusion. Why? Because we feel that we have to build a fortress. What if you simply have to lay one brick perfectly at a time? Would you still fear that? Would you still feel confused? Would you still overthink and not take action? No, right? So start breaking down a big piece into smaller chunks. There is a pretty good book on this topic named Eat That Frog. So you can read that as well. That's a wonderful book. This is one extra piece of thing which you can take from this video, right? Alright, so now when you understand that what is causing you to get paralyzed at the level of your thoughts, let's try to dig deeper and unravel the steps by which you can become a pro action taker. The first step is to shrink your steps, is to shrink the process down. You want to write a book? It might feel quite laughable, but if you want to write a book, start with writing only 50 words. That's it. Even lesser than that you can start. You can start with 25 words, whatever suits you. Now, the moment you finish those 50 or 25 odd words with complete clarity, complete precision, complete perfection, you should pat yourself on the back because now you have acquired that momentum, the first step of momentum before taking a bigger action. So that's the first step. Shrink your steps down and achieve perfection in that. The moment you are able to do it, you should be thankful enough to yourself that now you are ready to go. You are going to take big decisions, big actions, which would turn your dreams into reality. Alright, now the second step, which is one of my most favorite steps. And you know what? All the steps mentioned in the video comes under a larger blanket of habit formation. Slowly and gradually we can maybe start a series of habit formation, how to form great habits. So the second step is 5 minutes rule. You see, whenever you are having a task at your hand, your brain would always say that, okay, let's do it tomorrow, let's do sometimes later, let's do it after some time. All kinds of excuses your brain will be throwing at you. So what you can do here is you can trick your brain to do that particular task which is at your hand for just 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a ridiculously small commitment to make, and your brain will hardly be able to resist that temptation that, okay, after 5 minutes I'll be free. So fool your brain like that, do that particular task for 5 minutes. Once you're done, then again commit for the next 5 minutes. Once you're done, again commit for the next 5 minutes. Slowly and gradually you would see that you have started building momentum into that task. And those small chunks of momentum will become habits over the period of time. And that's when you would realize that you have become an action taker. One catch here is what you can do is, let's say you have to do something tomorrow. So instead of saying that, hey, I would do this tomorrow, or I would assign this tomorrow to myself, you can say that I would do this after the morning coffee. You see the difference. In the former sentence, I said, I'll do it tomorrow. In the later one, I am saying that, hey, let's do it after my morning coffee. So I'm tying my action to a physical trigger, and then that habit becomes non-negotiable. So that's one of the tricks you can use. Step number 3 is track your wins. You have taken the first 2 steps. Now, how would you continue going ahead? How can you keep the pace up? For that, forget about the to-do list. Focus on the done list. So after the end of each day, or you can do it as per your comfort, maybe after every 2 days, you can write down all the things that you accomplished in the past 2 days. And in that list, when you look at those task items, those checklist boxes ticked, it would give you immense confidence. It would give you immense happiness. Okay, you decided something, you took action upon those things, and those things got completed. So to-do list is a separate list. Done list is a separate list. You can call it by any other name, anything fancy, whatever you like. So that is really a very good hack. See, these things, the best part about our brain is the way you train it, the way it becomes. So you need not be a very hi-fi superhuman kind of a person to do things miraculously. You just have to do small things in a smart way. That's the trick. So let's have a look. What is the 4th point? Let's talk about a secret now. See, confidence does not come from overthinking. Confidence comes by doing, right? And anxiety and stress both reside only when you are reluctant to take some steps. So for example, I decided to shoot this video. If I would have kept postponing it, then that anxiety and that stress would have been there in my head. So it's better to shoot it and let that anxiety and stress go away. So that's one of the tricks. So when you start doing instead of thinking, you get into a zone of respecting yourself more. You start feeling that you are so confident, and which you in turn become by taking actions. You start becoming an action taker. And by doing, the kind of confidence you would get would be unparalleled than listening to any of the motivational talks, any of the sermons given by all the motivational gurus, or any kind of self-help book. So take this into account that, hey, if I have to build confidence, I basically need to grind myself through the steps which I mentioned into doing, into taking action. And that would make me a great action taker. That would uplift my image in front of my own eyes, in front of others, in front of everybody, right? So that would erase away all the fears, negativity, stress, anxiety, a lot of things. Famously, Jeff Bezos said in an interview,
is that stress primarily comes from not taking action over something that you can have some control over. So if I find that some particular thing is causing me to have stress, that's a warning flag for me. What it means is there's something that I haven't completely identified, perhaps in my conscious mind, that is bothering me, and I haven't yet taken any action on it. I find as soon as I identify it and make the first phone call or send off the first email message or whatever it is that we're going to do to start to address that situation, even if it's not solved, the mere fact that we're addressing it dramatically reduces any stress that might come from it. So stress comes from ignoring things that you shouldn't be ignoring, I think in large part. So stress doesn't come, people get stress wrong all the time, in my opinion. Stress doesn't come from hard work, for example. You know, you can be working incredibly hard and loving it. And likewise, you can be out of work and incredibly stressed over that.
Right? So it's a beautiful statement which he shares. All right, so these were the steps. All right, so a quick recap. The first step is to shrink your tasks. The second step was the 5-minute rule. And the third was track your wins, track your progress. You follow these 3 steps diligently, you would see an immense shift in your personality, and you would thank me later. So ask yourself, what would I do if I already believed I could, and start taking that action? Rest would follow. On that high note, I would like you to like this video. Wow, what a line. I would like you to share this video, and of course, you should subscribe to Choco Chips for such amazing content pieces. We are starting the podcast very soon again. And till the very next time we meet, I would like all of you to comment down below that what all things you have started working upon which were long pending, in what all domains you have become an action taker, and how has this video helped you. Till that time, stay thirsty, be great. See you on the other side of the screen. Signing off. Thank you.